Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Joe Sent Me. My name is Joe and this is Steven.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thank you for watching.
Yes, so he's from the channel Redolessence. I'm sure you've heard of him. It's a little channel with almost 70,000 subscribers.
Yeah, it's a long way coming.
Quite amazing. No, this guy's gonna do it, and he's just one of the best guys there is when it comes to fragrance reviews. One of my favorite guys. So I am so honored that I'm in his studio right now filming. This is like a dream come true for me.
That's awesome,
Seriously.
Man. Well, I knew you were in town. Of course, I was going to invite you over.
Yeah.
I want you to sample stuff, try stuff, smell away, just become engulfed in this passion that we both love so dearly. So I'm happy to have you as a guest.
Well, I'm happy to be a part of this. So thank you so much. Today, we have a house for you to try out. And just like the other videos that you might have seen already, we are going to be doing a house that you haven't had any experience with.
No.
Which is great, because I love doing that to Steven, right? So, we're going to check out Shalini. Now, a little story about Shalini. Shalini is coming from the fashion world. So she was a fashion designer. She did amazing nightgowns and beautiful clothing for beautiful people. And she left the fashion industry to get into perfume. She has 3 perfumes in her line. 2 of them are already out. One of them was just announced, but it's not coming out till October.
Okay.
So we're going to see her last 2 perfumes that she came out with. And these are perfumes that I've had experience with and I'm in love with. And I can't wait to get your thoughts on Jardin Nocturne and the brand new Amorem Rose. So I'm so excited about that. I'll also be interviewing Shalini, and Steve will be with me when that happens.
Yeah.
But that's going to be a huge thing for me. So there will be a video for that as well. So stay tuned for that video. But if it isn't already up. So definitely want to check that out.
That's awesome. Cool.
Cool.
And I want to thank you so much for, I know you spoke to me a little bit about Shalini and how she's an amazing person. And you were talking about how she has a great accent, and I look forward to meeting her so much. So thank you for making that opportunity possible for me.
Yes.
And that means a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you for reminding me that just to say that I personally have had experience just communicating with her. She's a beautiful soul, just a wonderful person. I can really tell that her heart is in this. And that is something that is not always captured in a fragrance.
Yeah.
And even though she is not the perfumer, you could tell that her vision of the perfume is absolutely, and her heart is in everything that she does.
Right.
But I mentioned right now, the perfumer is actually Maurice Rousseau.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So those of you who know, Musk is in Musk Ravageur.
Musk Ravageur, Frederic Malle,
Yeah,
sure.
Frederic Malle and whatever else he's known for. He's got
New
a
Harlem, Bond Number 9. He's done stuff for Lolita Lampica. He's incredible.
Absolutely. So he is a rock star in the industry, and she teamed up with him to create the first 3 scents. Let's take a look at the 2 that we've got here, which are the last 2 in her newest collection. So we're going to do Jardin Nocturne, which is the evening garden, or the the night garden. And that's the first one right here.
Is it already sprayed?
It's already sprayed, and it's on this side.
All right, awesome.
So that we can show off that beautiful color. Yeah.
Wow.
Go ahead and take a guess at some of the notes that are in here as well. I will reveal some of those notes as well with you.
So, you said garden, and I think of like maybe the Un Jardin series by Hermes, but it's not green in the way that the Un Jardin series is green. This is more about the flowers that are in bloom.
Yes.
So it's not about the grass, right? So it's more about the flowers and the foliage.
Right. And the idea that Shalini had, and she writes a beautiful write-up with every single one of these. The idea that Shalini had when she created this is she wanted to create a fragrance that embodies the evening air that you get in a garden in Dubai. So you have things like incense, smoky incense in the air. You have
jasmine.
Jasmine.
I get jasmine, yeah.
Jasmine is in this, as absolutely. In fact, jasmine and oud are definitely a star in this. Mysore sandalwood is also in this. They only use the highest quality ingredients in this. So there's no like oud accord. This is the really expensive sourced oud. So you can feel that you're like I believe it's Indian or Indonesian oud, but it's a really good oud. And you know how I love my ouds. When I smelled this and I put it on me, it was love at first sniff for me. This is Pure Parfum, by the way. These are not extrait or eau de parfum. That also explains why the price points of these are pretty high. Yeah. This little bottle does sell by itself, so you could buy them individually in the 7.5 ml, 1 ounce or 2 ounce, or the Lalique crystal ones, which the Lalique is to die for. It's how beautiful they are. They are works of art. They cost anywhere between $3,000 to $3.5 grand for the Lalique
No way,
pieces.
Wow. Well, you have the crystal bottle, of course.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and they are numbered. They are very rare pieces. So, if you're a collector, if you love art, and if you respect the fragrance that is here in the heart of this brand, you're gonna love this brand. This is just a stunning brand. Shalini created a discovery kit too recently, where you could get all three, including Shalini. Shalini is the name of the first scent, by the way.
Okay.
You can get all three in a discovery kit. The box that they come in is a handmade paper box in France. They hand make them with a paper nest inside, and all three of them will sit in there. Each box is handwritten on the back, and some of them are even signed by Shalini herself. So that's really, really special. There's a lot of attention to detail, a lot of boutique-like feeling when you get it. Like you feel like you're getting something very personalized. I wouldn't say it's like the fanciest packaging. Like it's not the huge, expensive lacquer boxes. She was going from more traditional, old French boutique style.
Okay.
Put together a little box, hand wrap. Bow tie, yellow bow tie. That's the yellow is a signature thing for her as well.
Wow. All right.
You feel very personalized, like this. She did this for you. Like she put that in the box for you, wrote on the box for you. She tied the bow for you, so it feels very personal.
Yeah, I think definitely in a market like today's where everything is so mass produced and there's very little attention to detail and there's minimal personalization, when you have individuals like Shalini or John Pegg or Andy Tower, and they're willing to go the extra mile to even write their name or just write a simple thank you, that goes such a long way. You feel like that bottle and that fragrance was made just for you.
Yeah.
And so I really appreciate that, and I really am looking forward to meeting her.
I could tell you when I've had this on me, I get about 6 to 8 hours on me. This thing hugs your skin very closely. It doesn't project. It's not a super beast. If it does it in pretty much the first 30 to an hour, 30 minutes. But because of how rich this is, and the fact that this is pure perfume and not alcohol, too much alcohol in this, it doesn't have a way to project without the alcohol, or as much of the alcohol that normally would have. So anyway, that was Jardin. Her newest creation, which was just announced a couple weeks ago, is Amorem Rose. And to me, this is one of the top 5 roses I've ever smelled. One of the top 5 roses I've ever smelled. And she spared no expense. One of the best rose oils ever. So go ahead and give that a shot.
Okay. Wow. I'm having a hard time classifying this. I can definitely smell the rose.
Yeah.
It's a very happy rose.
Yeah, it is a happy rose.
A lot of them are kind of dark and brooding. Some of them can be a little bit overly playful. Some can be jammy. What else is in here that's giving it that profile?
Yeah, so first of all, the main star of this is the Bulgarian rose. So this is a Bulgarian rose-based fragrance. I don't have all the notes in front of me, so I apologize for messing up some of this. The rose is definitely the star, hence the name.
Yeah, for sure.
But there are some elements in this that give it a sweetness, but it gives it an airiness. and a sweetness to it that kind of complements the rose, and it makes it almost as if, you're. I don't know. It makes it feel like you're.
No, I know what you're getting at, because it has an airiness, but it doesn't lose its presence.
Right.
And like you said, I can pick up on something lingering underneath, perhaps a bit of like a vanillic sweetness. I don't know if it's coming from a vanilla, but
it could have vanilla in it.
But in no way, yeah, of course, I wouldn't rush to classify this as a gourmand, because it's not a gourmand. It's definitely a floral scent. Yeah, and you can sense the Bulgarian rose in the fore. I think it's very well done.
Yeah, I do too. And I also, what I like about this is that there isn't another rose that is like, oh, this reminds me of this rose from. There's thousands of rose fragrances.
Exactly.
I'm not reminded of any other rose. I don't feel like this can be compared to anything I've ever smelled. This is why I like it so much.
Yeah.
There's too many that are out there that are like, oh yeah, this reminds me of Montal. This reminds me of this guy's rose. And that guy's rose.
When you think about it, like there's any number of rose scents on the market right now, right? So I think the ones that get talked about in the community the most are like Lyric Man by Amouage, More Than Words by Xerjoff. Personal favorite of mine is Porpora by Tiziana Terenzi, and Rose 31 by Lilabo. Yeah. But when you think about it, this doesn't smell like any of those. Right. It's like it's a tad bit floral on account of a nuance other than the rose. The rose definitely gets a spotlight. There's a slight sweetness in the base. It smells natural. It's billowy without being overly dense or compacted in there. So I just think that the way that the pyramid is structured in this one is... it's almost, if you were able to visualize the olfactory, you would see a nice, very well-rounded out pyramid with no rugged edges.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And this is very well-rounded. I don't feel like there's anything sharp or anything weird about it.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
And when I sprayed it on me, I had my wife smell it. And, she sometimes can get vocal about what she doesn't like. Mm-hmm. She was like, I love this. This is really good. I showed this to Anne at Indigo Perfumery, and I swear I wish I had the camera rolling. Her eyes rolled back. She was like, oh my God, this is so good. She loved it, and I believe she's going to pick up this brand just from the two that I showed her.
That's cool.
I mean, she had actually three. She had all three, actually. But she's going to pick up this brand. Indigo is going to carry this brand. Bergdorf is already carrying it. Harrods of London is already carrying this. And then also Pure Parfums has it right now. And a few other here and there. I'm helping her get her foot in the door.
Listen, as soon as you said Bergdorf and Harrods, then you've got it made.
Yeah,
you're
game
set.
Over, right? Yeah, exactly.
So, wow.
Yeah, however, she deserves a spotlight in places that can... Because, Bergdorf's and Harrods are great places, but there's just so many things there that it gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, huge. They're huge.
And then she also deserves somebody to represent her who can talk about the brand, who appreciates it, who is just as passionate about it. And I feel like some of the other places, other than the department stores that carry her brand, are those people that are just going to be wonderful for this. So who knows? I mean, it's going to be, I think this is a fantastic line. And I'm excited for you guys to try this. You guys need to try this. Hopefully you're near a Bergdorf's or you're near Harrods and you can walk in and try it and see it and smell it. You really have to do it. And put it on your skin. That's critical. The paper here is not doing it any justice. My scent of the day, on the day that I do the interview with Shalini, will be this right here, Nocturne. I know that what this did on the skin versus what it did on paper actually got better on the skin, which I love. Same with the Amorem Rose. And, we're used to the Oud Rose combos. I was always like, I wanted to do this and see what happens when you have both together. And see what happens when you do both.
Rose and jasmine, right?
Yeah, rose, jasmine, and oud.
It works.
Yeah.
It works.
I think it does. It works really well. And although she never intended on these being blended because these are masterpieces on their own,
sure,
I believe this combination is amazing. We talked about, when I talked to Shalini about this fragrance before she came out with it, I said, don't tell me the name. I want to guess the name of this fragrance. And I said, this is going to be a divine rose. Divine rose. And she was like, you're so close. I don't know how you got that. You're so close. It's called Amorem rose because Amorem means love. This is a rose of love. And it does embody love. I mean, there's something very seductive and sexual about this as well. Mm-hmm. I feel like the rose in this is not, like you said, it's not playful. It's not this sophomoric rose, you know?
Yeah.
Like you feel like it's very grown up, very sexual, and very divine. And I noticed that there was a divinity about this before I knew the name. And Shalini even says in her tagline for this thing, it's a divine rose. I didn't come up, I mean, I said that on my own without...
You channeled it.
I channeled it. So that says a lot because she did a great job of transcending that message through this.
That's cool.
That's absolutely
really
amazing.
Cool.
So, like I said, you guys need to check this house out. It may be expensive, but it's so worth it. Buy the Discovery Kit for $350. It's worth it. That's such a good deal, considering these right here are gems, you know. And so, I totally suggest you do that. So
cool, man.
All right, so that's it. That's our video. I hope you guys liked it. Give it a thumbs up. I'll include links down below to Shalini, to all the places that sell her stuff. I'll include links there as well. And of course, the link to Mr. Redolessence himself.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
As well. So definitely follow, subscribe, like, do all that fun stuff that you normally would do. And check him out too on Instagram. You know, he has Instagram too. So I know I'm a little heavier on Instagram, but he has an Instagram page. And
yeah, I do what I can to cross promote.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I want you to follow him there too. There we go. We have it there. Hit that bell at the top. Don't forget to hit that bell. And then when you go buy these, tell them that Joe sent me. All right? Take care, guys.
All right. Bye.
Have a good day.